Good morning, everybody. So quiet so far here. You saw the big number, whatever it was. I paid much attention other than the market's reaction to it. So we got other number, ADP number. So fewer jobs, more hopes for cuts in interest rates. Markets jiggle a little bit. Um, there's ISM at 10 o'clock, so be aware of that. So the opening slide said, we were looking for prices to go up. We came into the week with a bias that, you know what, things have been quiet long enough and they haven't broken out. We were looking for them to go higher and they've gone a bit higher. And you can see things are stalled here. Ah, why I think you guys are responsible for turning the charts on. I don't know. I'll get it sooner or later. There you go. So at least you guys didn't wait for me to be talking 10 minutes and then tell me. But all right. So here's the S&P futures, and we're looking for them to go up. They've gone up a bit near the top of the range here. In my drawings, which over here, which way they're going to go up or down. So as the slide said, it's time for acceleration. Now I know there's another economic report at 10 o'clock, and then there's whatever on Thursday. There's some unemployment rate and on yeah. So that's the jobs report, payrolls, and so on. There's always something the markets are looking for, but you can see the dips are getting bought and little rally days and so on. So things are quiet at the top of the range. You know, that ADP report came out. You would think, well, they would have last year, a week report, Fed's going to do something, rally mode. Well, not this morning. Um, what does that mean? I don't know. It just means that there's apprehension to continue to buy near the prior highs here. So, we'll see. Does it want to kick in? We see the support here. Get it turned around, up, and so on. We'll see. As always, we look at other markets. And so, same reaction here, up near this high. And so we don't have this high. We'll look at the cues. We don't have this high, meaning that this occurred overnight. And you can see over here, right, the time at the bottom there, when it spiked up there was this news. Was some tariff news, I think. I forget anyway. Whatever, up and then right back down again. And here we go. It's getting closer to that area, chopping around for the moment. Acceleration. Right? So there's some acceleration, and now there's consolidation. And so whatever wiggles go on here, you know, we'll see how the day progresses. Okay, YM, a little drawing of a possible Head and Shoulders. Still possible, maybe a little less probable now that we've advanced this far into there was that spike up and down, same reaction. And so it's kind of looking like we may be in for some choppy action until maybe 10 o'clock news economic report will get something going here. Okay. No similar price action. The Russell did well, getting up near that spike high reversal and some quiet time. So weekly chart, which I haven't mentioned, but we have talked about it during the week, is looking like it could shape up as a continuation pattern. We still need to break out of here, but the red bar was ignored. We had a topping tail last week, and now it's just continuing to go sideways. So correction through time, bullish price action, but it's got to be confirmed. So we wait. Gold marking time, big wide trading range. Silver have broke out, consolidating at the top of the wide range bar. So bullish price action. Well, markets seem to be waiting here. Crude oil is waiting. You get this bottoming price action and still no confirmation that it can break out. So waiting there as well. Interest rates, not doing much of anything. Right? You got this little head and shoulders pattern again, but does it break down? Does it break out? So we're waiting for some confirmation. They're down here a little bit this morning, nothing of big significance on that number. And so we've got this ADP number. Is the Fed going to lower interest rates? You got the one guy yesterday saying, oh, two are very possible. And that kind of theme is growing. And so we look at the 13-week. Why is it up here? Right. So it's kind of pulled back and really not doing much of anything. But the more people start talking about a cut or a belief in a cut, this should start to drop. And so it's just kind of hanging here for now. Always look for the market to give some confirmation of what we hear. Right? Transports still look okay. Um, you know, move up, pivot, retest, buyer stepping up there. So a little more subdued, but still bullish price action. We don't like the depth of the retracement to the bottom of a wide range bar, but it's rebuilding. So far, it's decent, pretty good. The Dow marking time there. Um, Semiconductors up here a little bit. Looks like they're going to try and lead the way higher. They are at this resistance area, but this bullish price action would suggest it's going to get up there. Right? So technology participating is good. Uh, and energy stocks starting to perk up a little bit near some support. And, financials down a little bit here, but they look like they're going to try and break out. So that's pretty much what we're seeing across the board. You know, consolidations, bullish price action, continued uh, nervous buying, walking on eggshells, whatever news might be coming. And so what will spur the confidence to push it up? We'll all hear it together. Just watch the price action and have your alerts or, buy stops and sell stops and see which way things go. All yours, Dan. SPX. I didn't do your SPX because it was interesting too. One of the most interesting thing this morning was that the jiggles here, right? You see where things are at, kind of unchanged. They were up earlier, and SPX. I mean, they pushed the extreme way up here. So while they're walking on eggshells, there's a very strong belief that prices are going to go higher. Now, I don't think that's out of place because the price action confirms it. But this moved up significantly from yesterday. Right? Yesterday was about 59.60-ish or so. I said it was within striking distance for 59.80. I think it was 59.80. And so this has moved up a considerable amount and things are jiggling around here, down a little bit. And this came up about 30 strikes too. So um, there you have it.
Good morning. I had a lot of alarms going off before 8:15, and then the ADP came out. Market sold off a little bit, so I got some things I had to reset alarms. But I said in a video yesterday, as long as, since internals are neutral, bullish breakout, it's not gonna just ignore them. Until we get a bar that says danger, danger, Will Robinson, then we just trade with what is. We got a lot of continuation patterns still, just as we did last week and over the weekend. So let's see what alarms. Oh, great, give me 1 second.
What was that? Guess something happened. Hmm.
All right, yeah, no, sorry, I had my house cleaner was at the door. All right, let's go alarms here. What I have going off. Spiders, we were going to buy the calls, and then it was gapping over it. And so somebody just asked me, am I changing the bias on this? And the answer is no, it's better. I love when bullish patterns gap down an acceptable amount, and then they have to prove it again. So yesterday, we had this bullish run starting at 11 o'clock, right? When I went to the gym. And then we had the retracement, retest, and I said, that's good. Closing near the high. So that was bullish. And now this is an additional, for me, confidence of bullishness if we took out yesterday's high, because it has to negate this. So I typed, I hope it doesn't, I hope we bobble around till 10 o'clock and whatever the news might be to get the bulls in a bullish mood, then there you have it. All right, alarms here. NXT closing breakout. That's what we call a bullish end of day base. So that looks fantastic. Now also notice, if we had time, I would make it a quiz, but we don't. This is showing amazing relative strength because it did not budge lower on that ADP number, did it? Look at this pre-market. So that's good to go. Looks good. SM over the high or 5-minute high. SMCI, I've been watching this ever since this gap breakout on earnings. And now we got a retest pattern with a bull 1, 2, 3 weekly. We got a big old multi-month rounding bottom here on support. So I posted this yesterday as a put spread with the gap up. Doubt we're going to get filled, but I like this as a directional also. 30-minute high. Set this prior high, gapping up. 30-minute high, like a directional. D-Dog gapped up and came in. That's going to be a put spread over yesterday. Let me reset the alarm. D-Dog. All right. Rambus. Got this from Sam. Another type of retest pattern here with a new low reversal. Closing breakout. Bullish weekly. I like that. Flex from Sam over yesterday's high. Long calls. Just a continuation pattern. That's a big old move, but we're swing traders. It's not a core long, it's a swing long. High over the high. I gave it a little more room than just yesterday's low. I forget what number I picked over here. That's why I always use my 15-minute chart when I want a microscope. The diagram by SAP. Alex brought this to my attention, and I saw ascending triangle breakout, all-time highs. This is the European oracle, if you will. So I sold a 290 put, 290 whatever. So I put a bid out, see if I can get to a car alarm. Bought that yesterday in the weekend letter, so something up here triggered my up alarm. I just set it higher. But look at that. Look at that decisive range expansion closing breakout after this little downside shakeout. Remember last Wednesday, our MT live was what? All patterns are better with correction bars. This is exhibit A. This was a breakout. But what made this better was this downside shakeout. I mean, among other things, bullish price action weekly. So that we're in looks great. Wolf. I had an up alarm goes off. This has earnings. It's tomorrow afternoon. Okay, so we don't have to get out of it today if we don't want to. But if we get a pop, I'll be looking to sell those calls. All right, that's all the earnings. I'm sorry, that's all the gappers that I have. Let's go to earnings. HPE, Hewlett Packard. Wow, that's a big gap, but nothing to do with it for me. I mean, if anything, it would be just a day trade if it sets up. But that's a big gap. Proud. That's a bearish pre-market. 450. That has room to fall. It's gapping the support, but I have no idea where this is going to stop. None. I have no idea. I don't have a bias. Let's see what it does. I don't need Home Depot in here. Let's put crowd here. Asian. Closing breakout, gapping down, bearish gap, gapping support though. But see that just like I said, well, I didn't say it with crowd, but many times you all know I will say something like that's an extremely bearish gap, but it's excessive. And so I'm watching it as a contrarian, like put spread or call spread or whatever. Now, this one I would not put into the departments because that's a bearish gap and that's nowhere near excessive to me. Taylor gap in a 14, I would say excessive, but not here. So that's an ugly gap. This Sportsman's Warehouse, whenever you see 4 decimal places, that's over the counter. There's no pattern there. Talking about over the pattern, it's not earnings, but it's something my buddy Bat21 gave this to me yesterday. He loves cheapo stocks, bottoming patterns. So look at that. It's a potential bottoming pattern, but you got 2 something bars. You got that one last week, and then yesterday was a retest of it where the 20 MA flattened out. I'm gonna put an alarm at 0.941. Next, see, I mean, other than day trades, I do not like swinging patterns like this that come down and a really ugly manner. But nevertheless, I just saw how big the gap was. So there's not a big mess. I'll delete you. HQY 109. That's buy on a pullback. This is a self-correcting uptrend here. What I call a churner. It just churns above the 20. Red bars ignored. But if I were in this, I'd be thinking to sell myself. So no interest. 250. Man, that's a big old gap. All right, so this one, even though it's bullish as can be, this one might be in the category of excessive and under 30-minute low. Let's see what it looks like for a possible call spread for Friday. Today's Wednesday, so that would make it 2 DTE. This gives me a headache when I see it overlapping bars like this. I just have zero interest. Base, not as it's not as bad, but still overlapping and no pattern. But you're gone. Dollar Tree ran into earnings yesterday. Look how volatile that thing is pre-market. So I had no bias, but Dollar General was yesterday. Look at the size of that. And that's still holding well. That's holding extremely well. Oh, hey, Delta 20. Oh, 88 bucks. Now that one's interesting. See, I always just draw, in my mind's eye. So that one is not excessive like the GWRE is. This one's a buy on a pullback. If we can get a controlled 15-minute pullback, that still has a void. So that one I like. So I got SMCI on the other computer. So let's put O there. All right, Delta 20, MU long. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of semis that look good. I mean, this one's at that resistance, but I like the weekly. That's power. So as long as the semis go up, I think it will keep powering. Look at AMD, I like another one of these retest patterns, and it has a void. So I actually like AMD better as a new trade, even though it's weaker than MU. I just think it has a bigger void. Yeah, look at the weekly, it has a much better void. So yeah, there was a lot of semis. I typed to Greg this morning. I know every so often he talks about this Oscar November. And look at that thing exploded yesterday on volume, but too extended. Semis. Yeah, see, I like AMD better than this. This one's right here, but I was saying all morning yesterday when the Qs were rallying, I'm like, fangs were kind of neutral, but I noticed this morning strength in NVIDIA yesterday was helping semis and technology. JFIN, that's a mess, overlapping bars. I mean, if there's gonna be a put spread at 12.5, I would do that. I didn't do any earnings trades myself. And let me get Thomas here, NRG. That's a bull rectangle, daily, weekly. It's you can see it's in a range here on the 15-minute chart. It's strong. I think we talked about this yesterday, actually, the bull rectangle, because of that Amazon and taking that contract with NLR or whatever it was. But it's a beast. And then Tilray short. Uh, the I don't know. You have an inside bar on bigger volume. Oh no, I don't short 40-cent stocks, Thomas. I don't. So see that's what a trading plan is, right? It lists out your trading business, the patterns you trade, the rules, the trade management, the dollar allocation, stocks, options, beta, prices. That's me. I don't short penny stocks. Now, of course, there's some people that's their absolute specialization. Their default might be 50,000 shares. It does look lower. We actually have a call spread. Now, see, I would have preferred you to short Michael Jackson. We entered this Monday, which is the second bar, obviously, because today hasn't started yet. So compare the two, Thomas. Shorting MJ, which is more diversified, obviously, it's the ETF, and it's a $19 stock, and you got a void. You got two breakout failures. It's under the 20 and the 50. So look at this 15-minute chart. It's still bearish. So short this one, 5-minute low. This is better. I actually took some of my money yesterday in the call spread. We have a call spread on MJ. Reb G 41. Strong all time frames, but no pattern. Gaps too big. GCO bottoming pattern. I like it. Let's see. As soon as I saw this in this, I like it if it's not excessive. That's what my brain told me. So now I see $26, excessive. See? Let's say hypothetically, whatever, if this number was 23 or 2350, whatever, then I would say 30-minute high. Still has resistance here, but gap's too big now. All right, these are just miscellaneous things now. On DRS, I think I got this from one of you all in the green room yesterday, but looks good. Or maybe Sam, I don't know. Charlie. Banks here. See, that's an inverse head and shoulder in an uptrend. Flex, we talked about Nike. There's nothing to do now, but it's showing signs of bottoming. Look at the 20 and the 50, and I checked the put spread. There was no premium. All right, Rambus. Yeah, so I got a couple here from Sam today. Varex bottoming pattern. Don't. It's a mess. So to me, it's more of a put spread. And I looked, and there wasn't much. Bravo Romeo. I like. It's an ascending triangle. Look, you got higher pivot lows. You got horizontal resistance. I just don't know about the reward to risk, Sam, over here. I looked at it for a put spread, and it was either too spready or whatever. Oh, Frank, are you kidding me? Frank is saying trading plan sounds like an MT live. Frank, you got to be kidding me. We've been doing MT lives for 8 years, and you better believe we've done that numerous times in different derivations of it. Okay, my spider alarm went off. So let's wait 5 minutes. Uh, well, you know what? I gave a limit, so I'm going to leave it. I like the 15-minute chart of spiders. Well, let me rephrase that. I like it without the pre-market data. Here, let me show you I see it on my other computer, but here, look at this. So see if you take out the noise of pre-market, it's gapping up here. I use my pre-market for the first hour. All right, that's the only alarm I have going off. Amazing. This was on Sam's list too, Mitzi. You know, it's a closing breakout. I like it. You would need a stop under yesterday's low because it's a range expansion. But I just want to watch it, see what type of intraday entry we can get. EXTR, Sam's list, same. I like it. Top of the range. Yeah, Sam, you see, Alex, Sam. I recommend you take a screenshot of that and make an emoji out of it or something, and because Alex doesn't give you awards very often. Quattro. We got this from Sam. I like it a lot. Another one of these retest patterns with a void. See that this came down controlled, retested the igniting gap, retest, closing breakout, weekly buy setup. Looks great. And I like the fact that it's pulling in a little bit. Why? Because then, let it bobble around and take it out later. And that would build a higher base of support on the 15th. WCN, Sam. Sam, you outdid yourself on your list you gave me. I think this first time I've taken 50% of them. So WCN looks good. You know what? I don't remember setting an alarm on this one. So 192.77. Delta 20 asking about ANET. No, I don't like that at all. At 4 bars at resistance. It is a bullish weekly. If it closed like this, but it needs to go sideways, Delta 20 at resistance. And then I like the 15 if you're day trading. But swing 4 bars up resistance of the 200. Meadow. Oh, Meadow, I tightened the stop earlier. My up alarm went off. Let me give it to you all. This was a great pattern. 30-minute, look at the 15 also. 30-minute high is a new trade. It's a 1, 2, 3. Right, next target 39.85. Yeah, look at the meta. This is the leverage meta. Look at of all the fangs, we picked the right one. Look at the 15-minute chart on meta's ripping. All right, Quattro triggering. And the cousin of Quattro is Cinco. So check Cinco, Sam. Yeah, FDL. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I told you yesterday I liked it. Oh, but it's the same stock. Same thing, Thomas. We're in it. It's just a different ETF. We have Amazon on our list, but it closed with a topping tail, so Meta is superior. APP, we have a put spread. That looks great. Let me reset the alarm. 408. Low alarm 395. WCN, low alarm. There's your short, Sam. I'll catch up on these alerts later. Rambus is moving. All right, this one I did not give official, but I liked it, or did I? Forget SMCI. We're not going to get filled on the put spread. I don't like entering after 3 up bars, but it's a bullish weekly. It's a bullish 15-minute. Let's see, when things rally to resistance like this, ideally you get a 1, 2, 3, and then you do it. Rocket Lab. We did a put spread yesterday. My alarm went off. Set it 28. Medic Spine, D-Dog hit. NXT as a go. More alarms go off than I thought. Wow, we just took out the pre-market high on Q, Spiders, Diamonds. Man, look at that, flying. And Tesla is down. I guess he's mad at the tax bill fighting with Trump. All right, NXT, D-Dog, Ramus, Flex. Flex tape as a go here.
Microsoft 5-minute. If it closes like this, buy above the high of the day. The bullish 180.
I would like to see AI stabilize right here, but it is the gap and pullback and reversal. It's just the day's not over reversal, but yeah, it's definitely on the watch list. That's a green, yeah, look at a 15-minute chart. And yesterday's range expansion with a void, so yeah. I mean, swing, your stuff has to be yesterday's low, day trade under this base. But yeah, looks good. Extreme. It's, as long as the market goes, a lot of these, we got the wind at our back. So that's another continuation pattern, looks higher. FDN, we have in our ETF letter. Let me reset the alarm. $57. Right, this wolf. Yeah, we gotta. Let me see what the premium is. We might just kill this thing. It has earnings tomorrow. $3 calls. Yeah, 85. Let's kill this thing right here. We're right at Yeah, we're right at break even. Alex, we tighten our stop in RSG, but he's having a hard time moving. I don't like it. You're rallying into resistance. Don't like that at all. The ones we're picking are superior, in my opinion. Remember I said yesterday, I hope this thing gapped up $25. Maybe 30-minute low. I I might put my toe in the water. Greg, the 200s, 85 cents. They just opened them. 3,300 open interest.
Maybe you should be buying calls instead of wanting to do a bear call spread.
Why would I do that? There's no pattern.
Just saying, it looks like it's going to keep going up. And you've been looking for it to turn down like what, 50 points ago or
Well,
more?
yeah, on this red bar and then this red bar, but this was the one I did it. Remember we got that 15-minute breakdown? But no, you're out of your freaking mind to buy calls on those things. I mean, go look how tell me what call you would buy, and I'll tell you the price.
My point is these kind of
Right.
stocks tend to keep going up, not down.
They do, but look how far from the 20, and his time will come. It's just a matter of what day.
Be another 50 points higher. I'm just saying, this kind of stock, they're dangerous you know, to fade them.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
We got every retail broker out there calling people to buy it. And, you know, and it keeps going up.
Quattro looks good. 49. Yeah, our clock triggered earlier. Yeah, I like what time. Yeah, right here. Yeah, I like it. What is this? Wisdom triggers. Yeah, I'm gonna join you. Greg, that's an ETF. You like it? Or ETF letter?
Looks good. Microsoft figured.
Yeah, another breakout. It's friggin' tank.
Why isn't this working?
Yeah, see who's on my list. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Looks good. Yeah, mentioned that this morning. I like it. Our cyber is ripping up alarm. Stop low. Met our second target, I think. 94, 6. Yeah, we met our next target, cyber. Plug up alarm is a little bottom fisher. We did not meet the second target yet. Set an early alarm. Sierra Echo hitting break even. Look at this plug. If you like bottom fishing, this is the intelligent scaling in. Yeah, yeah, awesome bottoming pattern. Awesome. That would have been a no friggin' brainer. Short foot.